Hi, welcome to 7725 Mount Evans Way in Roseville, California. I'm Tom Costello. I'm the listing agent on this beautiful home, and I put this short video together to kind of give you an explanation of what the bidding process is, why the seller elected to go that way, and how you can best position yourself to win in this multiple offer situation. First of all, let me get to the basics. This is not an auction. I realize it says auction in the description, but that's for MLS purposes only because it needs to be categorized under an auction, but it's really not, and here's why. An auction, people typically think of foreclosure, bank-owned, repossessed, or somehow distressed property. This is none of those. It's a hybrid between a real estate auction and a traditional real estate sale. Now, why did the seller elect to go this way? It's pretty simple. The most common question we as agents get from buyers is, how much should I buy for a home? How much should I spend? How much should I offer? Well, that's a great question, especially in a multiple offer situation like this, where there's going to be multiple offers over asking people in the bidding process. Well, what the typical response is in a multiple offer situation from real estate agents is highest and best or best and final. You might be familiar with that term. Well, what does that even mean? Well, what it means is give us your best and final offer because we're only doing this one more time. Well, you have no idea what the other offers are, so you have no idea if you need to just bid $5,000 more or $50,000 more. On the one hand, you don't want to bid only you don't want to lose the property over $5,000 when you could have just bid $5,000 and won if you knew. On the other hand, you don't want to leave $50,000 on the table if you don't need to. That's very frustrating, obviously, and it's called transparency. That is eliminated through the bidding process. The bidding process is used simply to establish price. That's it. After that, it turns into a regular real estate transaction. I'll explain more about that in a second. So the bidding process it started last Thursday, the 20th, and it ends a week from now, Sunday, the 30th at 6 p.m. The way you get online is everybody registers and you're able to see in real time what everyone is bidding, so that eliminates the need for transparency because it's all right in front of you. So you get your own bidding, you start to bid $1,000 at a time. At first, the bidding is really slow, but then as it continues through the weekend, especially toward the weekend at the end, everything picks up very quickly. Now, you probably already know that listing agents like myself, we don't set the price, the asking price. The seller does that. The seller sets the listing price or the asking price, but the seller doesn't set what the home actually sells for. That is determined by you, the market, the buyers. The market always determines what the home sells for, and that is a function of supply and demand. You probably already know there's not a lot of supply out in West Roseville, and there's a whole lot of demand. Give you an example, a home right around the corner from our home, Rocky Ridge, just 100 square feet smaller than this, sold for $750,000 just a few months ago. So that kind of gives you an idea, again, what the market determines. Now, we don't know that this is going to sell for that. More than likely, it'll sell for more than that, but we don't know. We're going to see, the market determines what the home sells for, and the market will show what buyers are going to actually pay. So, it's kind of like an eBay auction, but here's how it differs from an eBay auction. If you've ever done eBay, you know that in the last 60 seconds, everyone bid really fast because they're hoping to sneak in ahead of everyone else right before the end, and boom, they win. Well, that's not really a true test of what the market says that item is worth. It's only a description of who has the fastest mouse click or who has the best internet service. It's not really a good way to buy a home. The way ours differs is this. If a bid comes in the last 5 minutes of the bidding automatically extends for 10 more minutes. So nobody can get sniped out of or lose at the last minute because their internet was slow. It'll extend for 10 more minutes, and then another bid comes in, it'll extend for 10 more minutes. So we've had bids that have extended for actually 3 hours or more because people kept bidding and bidding and bidding. There's actually also an auto bid feature, which will allow you to bid $1,000. The system will do it for you, $1,000 ahead of the next person automatically up to your limit, and you set that limit. Once the bidding reaches that limit, your bidding stops. Now, you can obviously go in manually and say, gosh, honey, we really like this home. It checks off all our boxes, and we've been doing this for 6 months. We got to get a home. Let's pay more. And you can decide to bid more if you want to. You don't have to. Also, just like any real estate transaction, the seller has the right to accept, reject, or counter any bid that comes in. And that's the same as any bidding process. And again, like any bidding process, the bidding only establishes price. After that, it becomes a normal real estate transaction. The top bidders will be invited by the seller to submit an offer, because you already know that price is only part of an actual real estate offer. There's terms, there's financing, there's contingencies, there's proof of funds, pre-qual letter, inspections, disclosures, all done just like a normal real estate transaction. If you are the winning bidder, there's a 3% buyer premium that's added on to your bidding price. That goes to 2.5% to pay your real estate agent, and 0.5% goes to the platform usabids.com. So I think I've covered everything. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out. Again, the bidding started on Thursday, the 20th. It'll continue throughout the week and end at 6 p.m. on next Sunday, the 20th as well. Unless the market decides bidders are still bidding, then it will continue. We had 2 open houses this weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 4. We'll do the same next weekend, Saturday the 29th and Sunday the 30th from 12 to 4. If you'd like more information, make sure you find me. I'm the listing agent. My information's all over. I can't put it on this video because it's going out on the MLS and I need it to say brand free. But I hope I've done a good job of explaining. You'll see me at the open house. You can find my information online. Again, I'm Tom Costello. I'm easy to find. So I hope this has helped. I appreciate your time. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.